There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the explosive bullish move off this daily double bottom that I had mentioned as a possibility in my previous video. So for those of you who did tune into my last video, this shouldn't have come as too much of a surprise to you. That was this video here with the red writing in the thumbnail. I was talking about the potential of this double bottom. So basically I took a potential support box from our current macro low of this bear market so far. Just map this out, this wick area, as potential support here, and I was looking at some sort of a double bottom playing out. And to go with that, we did get this beautiful RSI bullish divergence, and remember, this is on the daily, so this is kind of a big deal here. And to go with that RSI divergence, we also had the MDX Algo Indicator 3 claiming for a market bottom here, as well as the Oscillator 5 matching up with that level. Both of these indicators lining up beautifully with this RSI divergence. On top of that, we got this little green line here is a bullish divergence on the Oscillator 5 indicator. So this was just looking like a beautiful setup for the bulls. Great to see that we did get this move. I had even mentioned that if we got this double bottom close with this candle here, that I expected us to come back and retest this box right around 19,000 US dollars and kind of take off from there. And you can see that the bottom of this candle was, what was it, $19,003. So very pinpoint on that prediction there. Hopefully some of you guys were able to catch that. Just beautiful when you get a whole confluence of things lining up. I mean, you got both these MDX Algo indicators lining up with the RSI, as well as just my basic charting with that support box on a daily time frame. That's a big deal. So not too surprised to see such a bullish explosion from that level. At the end of my last video, I even talked about, I can't remember exactly where we were. I think I was recording the video right around here. And I was talking about this, although it is a very micro analysis type of thing here, I was pointing out this yellow box. And basically, even though it is a very short time frame and these moves around this box were very small when you're on the grand scheme of things here, it just seemed like an important pivotal point in the market, just because you can see it was acting as support, support, resistance, more resistance, support, more resistance. So even though these are small moves, I was just looking at it as an area that the market was interested in and very pivotal. So what I ended up doing is we did absolutely get that support bounce from that. I think it was only an hour or two after posting my video there. We ended up getting this recovery out of this, so we did hold this box as support and started climbing. And the Algo 3 actually ended up confirming that it got a long signal here on the Algo 3, and I ended up taking a long position right around 19,345. So yes, I zoom into the 5-minute when I'm actually looking to enter my position, but the reason I was so bullish on it was because of these daily factors, just a much bigger pattern at play here. So I did expect there to be quite a lot of room to the upside if this were to play out. So absolutely beautiful how that did play out. Again, this is just one indicator. I don't take every random signal that this indicator throws at me, but it's absolutely great when you have your own analysis playing out in front of your eyes and then it comes in and flips on the old long signal. Just lining up with your own technicals, just more confluence. It was absolutely beautiful to see that. So that position has been playing out absolutely beautifully. But that being said, guys, before I sound like too much FOMO here, I want to point out a couple warning signals here. One is it's too early to claim that we're in a new bull market. We have this very macro resistance line that is going to come into play fairly soon if we do end up getting more of a pump. And if I zoom in quite a bit further here, you can see that we are trading into quite an important resistance level. This is my 4-hour chart. You can see that we did have, during this falling wedge here, we did form this resistance along here. This horizontal box of resistance is exactly where the price is currently struggling. And on top of that, we had this upward sloping support line, which was fairly significant in my opinion, because look how tightly we ended up just consolidating on that for our third touch point. I'm going to consider this whole cluster the third touch point because we had our first and our second here. So the fact that we broke down below that, it wouldn't be too surprising to see this level be held as resistance again, just as this would be a lower high here. The reason I'm not too concerned about this, I mean, I am in the fact that yes, it's a level that we could end up getting rejected at. Absolutely we could, because we have the horizontal resistance. We have this old support that could end up flipping into resistance under this red line here as well. But I am very happy to see that we did clear this resistance. If we were to remain bearish, in my opinion, I don't think we would have got back above this resistance here. I think we would have ended up getting shut down very aggressively at this level. So the fact that we got above this cluster of resistance here, I'm hoping that even if we do take a pullback here facing some resistance, I'm hoping that our old level here would end up flipping into support. That would be absolutely beautiful to see. That would not be all too scary or anything. That's just basic healthy price action if we were to be able to get that resist to support flip. If that is able to end up holding us and pushing us up above this yellow box, and especially if we can reclaim this red diagonal support line, and on top of that we end up blasting through this big macro downward sloping purple trend line, I mean, things could get very bullish for Bitcoin very quickly. If we end up breaking above this purple line and kind of retesting it as support, especially if it kind of lines up with this old confluence of resistance here, that could be a very explosive point for the market, in my opinion, if we are able to kind of reclaim these levels and get that sort of price action. Obviously, it's fairly early to be claiming anything like that. What I'm watching right now, I would really like to see Bitcoin hold above kind of 21.1 thousand. I don't really want to see us lose this structure after getting rejected at this level. I would really like to see, if we do get a pullback, that we just kind of get a time-based correction, so we're more so just retesting a new range rather than getting that full price correction, because a time-based correction can work too. I know everybody is calling that we absolutely need to get a harsh rejection here. We need some sort of a pullback, but quite often if things are very bullish, you'll get a time-based correction, so you just kind of trade sideways, forming a bit of a bull flag and getting another breakout. So we're gonna have to see what happens here. I just wanted to throw this this warning at you guys before you get too FOMO-y. Yes, I'm not interested in shorting personally. I'm in a nice long position, and as well, I just think that the bulls may have some strength behind them with this pump if we start forming bull flags and breaking out and staircasing higher. So for now, I'm just going to wait and see what happens. I don't really want to take a short quite yet, but I do want to once again just outline that we are absolutely at resistance. So I just want you to proceed with caution. But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to bring to you guys with this video. Just a little bit of a warning. We might see a pullback, but I don't think that Bitcoin's going to just absolutely nuke down to 10K from here. If that does happen, it's going to take a while for the chart to kind of form that kind of structure, in my opinion. Obviously, anything can happen. We could just absolutely nuke down. I'm just not seeing the reason to panic at this point if we do get some sort of a retracement. So anyways, guys, with that, if you appreciated this content, please do me a favor, smash that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and with that, stay safe, my friends. I'm out. Peace.